Good morning, beloveds. I am of an age where you can sleep wrong. Did not know that. Well, I mean, I did. I just woke up with this crick in my neck and I was just like, and at one point on the bike ride this morning, I was like nauseated. I was like, so when we came back from the bike ride, my partner was very kind and really rubbed some cream in there, which is helping. So, I also went to see the Barbie movie last night. It's not what you think, unless you've been paying attention. And if you've been paying attention, it is what you think. It was really amazing. I commend the Barbie movie to you. So, it was so much more than I thought it was going to be. All right, it is July 25th. Our title is Soul Food. And our author is Jane Yarnall. And this was published in the Washington Newsletter. So, from 1902. Okay, soul food. Every department of people's beings requires sustenance, nourishment, or food suited to its needs. There are many kinds of food suited to each one of the three planes of human existence: the flesh plane, the mental or intellectual plane, and the soul plane. The physical body craves that which ministers to the flesh only. The intellect craves knowledge and cannot be satisfied without the means by which it can gain knowledge. With their discovery that they are a living soul, people need to understand that as a soul, they require different food from what was required by either the flesh or the mental plane. Our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas constitute the soul food, and by the great law of cause and effect, the character will accord with whatever thoughts and ideas the soul feeds upon. The self idea is the most important factor. The self-idea is the first important factor to consider. For as a living soul, according to the wise man of old, and she has Solomon in parentheses, as they thinketh in their heart, so are they. Okay. It was kind of an abrupt ending. But the argument is plain, is sound. 'Cause we talk about that. When we talk about our diets, it is extremely important that we remember that there's more than one kind of diet. You have to feed the body, and you have to feed the body what the body needs. Okay. You gotta give the body what it needs for the body to stay healthy and strong. Okay? And the mind. I was talking to somebody the other day and how I found it sad that it seems like a badge of honor that once people get out of school, they never read a book. And I'm like, oh, but you're missing out. Oh, but you're missing out. And it's not just, books are not the only way. I mean, I'm mildly dyslexic, so I get it. Books aren't the only way. I enjoy a good song that tells me a story. I enjoy a good play. I enjoy a good movie. I just went to see Barbie and, okay? So, there are so many other ways to feed. You know, you can watch things on the internet all day long. In 1902, she had no concept of listening to people talk about whatever on the internet. So, you know, there's lots of, but how do you feed the soul? How do you feed the soul? And that's what she's talking about. How do you feed the soul? How do you feed the soul? So, requires a different food than what is required by either the flesh. Our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas constitute the soul food. Our thoughts, beliefs, and ideas. It's one of the reasons why I will talk about You don't want to get caught up in the weeds. You don't want to worry about each individual thought. What you want to do is consider the trend of your thoughts. I just saw a meme that said, positive people have negative thoughts. They just aren't controlled by them. So it's like, you don't have to worry about every single little negative thought that pops up. But what you want to do is watch that trend. And you also want to kind of root them out. Like, especially if you see, like, oh, there's a clump over there. Let me go attend to that clump. While you are watering your thoughts, your garden of thoughts, you want to water the ones that are good. It's like you want to surround yourself with people that you want to be like. It's like, okay, do you aspire to be compassionate and happy and well-read, whatever other, my words are a little tonight or this morning. You want to surround yourself with those kind of people. If you are around a bunch of people who constantly complain and are always negative and you wonder why you don't feel good, it's like, we'll look at your environment. Look at the thoughts and the beliefs of the people around you. And you're like, because they're contagious. And so I have this conversation with friends of mine who, like, if you like horror movies, I don't, because they get in my head and I don't need that in my head. So it's like, when I look at my diet, mostly what I read are uplifting and positive, and it's not that bad things don't happen. When bad things happen, it's how they respond to them that really, so, it's like watching people come up into a situation and go, all right, how do we handle that? It shows you their thoughts and their beliefs, and you kind of get that idea. It's like if you go to AMC and you see Nicole Kidman, because heartbreak feels good here, it's because you get to watch people figure it out. That's the power of a good story. And the power of a good story will help feed your thoughts, and it will help feed your soul. So, and it gives you ideas. So you can work on ideas. You can see how other people handled ideas with a good story. So it's like, maybe every now and again, like quarterly, you might consider doing what they call a fast. I have people who will watch this and then they'll take a social media fast. So they're like, okay, well, I still want to do it, but I'm taking a social media fast, which means I'm not going to be on Facebook. And I totally get that. Because stuff that comes across your social media feed, which is one of the reasons why I started the YouTube channel. So it's like, okay, so let's move it over to the YouTube channel for people who are taking that social media fast. It's a good idea to check your diet. And don't worry if you find an occasional weed. You just want to go, where did that weed come from? It's blowing over. Dandelions get everywhere. Not that dandelions are weeds. They're actually highly nutritious. But, the weeds, if you got a bunch of weeds, it's like, look around and the people around you have a bunch of weeds. And maybe y'all want to consider weeding your gardens. And, but like I said, don't get too caught up in the individual weeds. If you find a patch, then you're like, got some work to do here. All right. I don't know if I did her justice. Soul food. I'm a big believer in feeding the soul. And love, kindness, and compassion are great ways to do it. Good stories are a great way to do it. Yeah. And by the great laws of cause and effect, the character will accord with whatever thoughts and ideas the soul feeds upon. So maybe it's time to think about cleaning up your diet. And if not, maybe it's just you quarterly, 4 times a year, check your soul diet. Check the ideas that you're running on. Check the people that are around you. And check your weeds. It's like, an occasional weed isn't a bad thing. It's going to happen. But if you got a bunch of weeds sprouting, what's in your environment? Okay. All right. I'm not sure I did Jane justice on soul food. So go and read it for yourself, or listen to me read it again, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Oh, and then, like I said, the mission for the day is just what I said. Check your soul food. Check the food that you are consuming. Check your thoughts. Check your ideas. Check your beliefs. Check the people around you. And see, are you feeding yourself? Are you feeding your soul what will support its growth? That's the mission today, should we choose to accept it. It is definitely something that is a good idea to do every once in a while. I know when I get overly tired, things pop out and I'm like, where did that come from? Well, you know what? Sometimes I got to check the body and the mind, and then I might have soul work to do. All right. The soul work never stops. Honestly, it never stops. Because your soul is going to continue to grow and expand as you have more and more experiences, which is why it's a good idea to do that quarterly check and go, all right, am I feeding my soul what it actually needs? What are my thoughts? What are my ideas? What are my beliefs? And what are the thoughts, ideas, and the beliefs of the people that I surround myself with? All right. Which leads into that self-care, where you do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Well, that's one of those things. When you look at the people around you and go, are these the people that support me for who I am? And if they don't, then question yourself, why are they in your life? Sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing that we can do for ourselves is to let people go. Honestly, it is. And we don't want to make them bad and wrong. We just say, we just want to kiss them lightly and say, you know what? You're not soul food anymore. And I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go somewhere else. Which is why I talk about the no, the divine no. Sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself is to say no. And sometimes the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do is say yes. So I say to say no to things that are draining for you. And I say to say yes for things that push you a little bit out of your comfort zone. We get really comfortable in that comfort zone. And when we get really comfortable in the comfort zone, we stop growing. So that's why I say, if you got something that'll push you a little bit out of your comfort zone, say yes. And it's love, kindness, and compassion. Practice on yourself. I want you to create a habit of responding lovingly, kindly, and compassionately to anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Responding lovingly, kindly, and compassionately will help the situation, no matter what it is. So it's like, I want you to create that habit. I also want you to create that well-worn path to the source of your own being, which is the source of love, kindness, infinite love, infinite kindness, infinite compassion. And I want you to practice on yourself also, because you're a beloved child of God. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. The way you treat yourself teaches other people how to treat you. The most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself and others is to treat yourself that way. And that's, again, we're going to go back to the idea of soul food. Treating yourself and others with love, kindness, and compassion absolutely is soul food. It will feed your soul. It will encourage your soul to grow. The other suggestions are simple. Take a deep breath before you speak, especially to yourself. I mean, you will talk to yourself far more than you will pretty much anybody else in your life. Why not do it lovingly, kindly, and compassionately? It looks like taking a nap. I'm a big believer in nap. It looks like taking a walk. It looks like taking a break. It looks like eating dessert first. In about a 6-month span, I lost 2 people who were very important to my soul. I didn't lose them. I know where they are. But they are no longer physically on this plate. So you know what I mean. And that's when I realized, when I say eat dessert first, what I mean is don't save the good stuff. Your life is a special occasion. Treat it as such. Wear the nice clothes, eat the good food, burn the nice candles, go and do the thing or the things, don't save the good stuff. And I always say this, joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you deserve joy. Please make room for it. Please make room for it. And that goes back to eating dessert first. All right. Where was I? I'm lost. Oh, the rest of the suggestions, good basic self-care. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water. We may drop into the 98s and the 97s, so we may not be in triple digits for a week or so. But still, hydration. Your body works better, your brain works better when it is well hydrated. If you're going to do, a soul food checkup, or a soul checkup, hydration. Okay? Hydrate yourself. It'll go easier that way. Trust me. Everything works better when you're well hydrated. And then, like I always do, I encourage you to get that early in your day bright light. 5 to 10 minutes of sunlight between 7 and 9 in the morning will go a long way to resetting your hormones. It is called a circadian rhythm. It's a natural hormone cycle. You'll have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. If you get up before the sun, artificial light will help too. Just bright in your face light for about 5-10 minutes. Trust me, you can look it up. It's science. Well, actually, you don't have to trust me. It's science. You can look it up. I am losing my mind this morning. All right. And as always, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. When we say open the windows of our soul, that's what Jane was talking about. She's like, all right, open the windows of your soul. Get in there and look around. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What are your beliefs? What do you need to change? Or what do you need to foster? What in there is already amazing that you can feed and help it grow? Okay? It does it. When we do these soul check-ins, everything may be really good and you just want to foster it. All right? It's not always a negative thing to do a soul food diet or a cleanup or whatever. What you're doing may be working really well. So, and we just want to check in on that. And we can always take Emma's advice. When we talk about opening the windows of our soul, one of the best ways to do that is to look for the good and praise it. All right? Emma Curtis Hopkins was right. Gratitude will get you everywhere. Okay? All right. So, the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. You are more than welcome to check out all the social medias. If you want to know what's going on with the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. And the hot links are hot. Once you get on that email, you get one email a week. It's a real person doing it. You're not going to be overrun with emails. Nobody has that kind of time. And when it says click here now, it'll either take you right to the information you want or to the person that will help you get it. So, all right. And I guess I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, a kind day, a consistent day, a consciousness day, a checking out our soul food day, what are we feeding ourselves day, a gratitude day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. It's like that song says, I love myself just the way I am and still I choose to grow. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call it, you are a godling in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Always know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. If you are going to do soul food work, you are going to explore the truth of your being. All right? So, and you don't have to do it by yourself. Okay? We are here for you. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.